skies. Though the water's deep, I'm gonna toe the line. Oh, living on the edge. Yeah, I'll make these dark skies blue. I'll make these mountains move. Let the rain come down and I'm pushing through. Yeah, 'cause I'm a weatherman. Oh, my thunder strike. Ride out the storm, I'm the weatherman. Oh, my breaking light. Shake up the world, I'm the weatherman. Oh, yeah. I'm the weatherman. I'm the weatherman. Sting of the arrow from Babylon. The weight of the world, but I carried on. Oh, I'm living on the edge. Ha! There ain't no stone gonna pull me down to the bottom of the ocean and break the ground. Oh, still I'm on the edge. Oh, I'll make these dark skies blue. I'll make these mountains move. Let the rain come down and I'm pushing through. Hey, ha! 'Cause I'm the weatherman. My thunder strike. Ride out the storm, I'm the weatherman. Oh, my breaking light. Shake up the world, I'm the weatherman. Oh, yeah. I'm the weatherman. Oh, I'm the weatherman. I'm the weatherman. Oh, hey. 'Cause I'm the weatherman. My thunder strike. Ride out the storm, I'm ride out the storm. Oh, my breaking light. Shake up the world, I'm the weatherman. Shake up the world. I'm the weatherman. Hey, yeah. I'm the weatherman. 'Cause I'm the weatherman. I'm the weatherman.
You know, Chad, I wonder if there's like an opposite of sad. You know, seasonal affective disorder. Usually in the winters, people want to hibernate. They just want to crawl under the covers, keep the cold away, sleep the fucking season away. For whatever reason it is, when winter comes around, I just cannot sleep. I'm energized, I'm awake. Now, with the destruction of Stream Me, however that came about, there were quite a few different stories on it. I don't have me a streaming platform. I can't go back to Lemonland. Those guys, I don't know, I've got an iffy feeling about those guys, and I'm waiting for BitChute to implement its streaming thing, but they're doing a fundraiser or some shit. So that's going to take, I think they're doing a fundraiser with cryptocurrency. That's going to take a while. Cryptocurrency's not doing so well at the moment. I'm pretty sure I can hear the splattering sounds of people jumping off of high-rises right now as they look at their Bitcoin wallets. I was supposed to be a Link millionaire. I was supposed to drive a Lambo. Now all I've got's a Pinto. Not turning out too well. So for now, we have to do our little secret weather streams over here. Here on YouTube, early in the morning. Not really prepared. I don't really have shit hammered out, but I'm energized. I'm amped. I've been reading manga. And my inner weeb is keeping me awake, so I decided to do a stream. I see some of you are awake. Or you're European, in which case it's daytime and you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But if you're American, it's probably early. Probably early in the morning. How is your day treating you, chat? How are things going out there? Are you handling the winter weather well? You enjoying the commutes every morning? Nothing infuriates me more than driving through winter weather. It is a fucking nightmare in and of itself. Because you always have one asshole. You could live in the coldest place on earth, the most tundric hellscape that's ever existed. You could live at the most northern point of Canada, where it's nothing but pure snow all the time, every day, all year long. And you're always going to have that one motherfucker that drives about 20 miles an hour like they've never seen ice before in their life. And there's nothing more fun than when you're trying to get somewhere at 7 in the fucking morning during rush hour. And some asshole has to go 20 miles an hour in front of you. And of course, they don't have their fucking tires are worn down. They haven't had their brakes checked. So every time their 20-mile-an-hour ass has to stop, it's like a fucking slalom ride They're swerving all over the place. You're just waiting for a fucking explosion or a fireball to follow afterwards as they tail themselves right into the oncoming lane. I'm sure you can relate to that unless you're taking public transportation, in which case, good luck not getting mugged. Good luck not getting accosted on the bus by all the freezing people looking to take your precious, precious money or your iPods or whatever hip-hop shit you young kids are into these days. I'm an old man. I don't know. All right, I listen to the radio. I've got an 8-track player in my fucking car. I'm listening to the golden oldies from the 70s. You can't stop me. You can't stop it, chat. Oh, can you feel? It's impeachment season. Oh, are you looking forward to that tomorrow? Or, well, tomorrow, today. Today is the vote in the House. I don't really even know why they have to go through the procedure of it. It's pretty much predetermined. They're going to vote for it and send it to the Senate, where the Senate's going to strike it down. I don't understand the showmanship of it or the farce of it, but they're going to keep going with it. So today's the day where they have a 6-hour-long debate saying the shit you've heard for the last 3 or 4 weeks from people you don't even know or care about. And then they say, Orange Man bad. And then they send it over to the Senate, and the Senate's like, oh, we don't fucking care. And then it gets torpedoed, and everybody moves on. I'm almost wondering if the Democrats are intentionally trying to get Trump elected. I don't know what they're doing right now. Nancy Pelosi's walking around like she's high on Ambien. Like she had a few too many glasses of wine and mixed it with some prescription medication. Somebody at a news conference asked her, "Do you hate the president?" Nancy, please tell us. Do you hate Donald Trump? Nancy, could you give us an answer? Do you hate the president? And it looked like she's about to piss on stage. She got so angry. It's like an untrained house pet. Started shaking everywhere, dragging her ass from one side of the stage to the next. Walked over, wagging her finger at the man, telling him, you better watch your fucking mouth. Don't you know who I'm? Nancy goddamn Pelosi. I don't hate the president. And then she went into a diatribe for 3 minutes about global warming. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with anything. And then capped it off with, I'm a Catholic. Well, that explains it, Nancy. Thanks so much. I was unsure if you hated Donald Trump. Thanks for telling me you're a Catholic. That clears it up. These fucking Democrats. They really hate this motherfucker. Now they're going to vote for the 2 articles of impeachment, and I won't bore you with the politics of it because, God, it's boring. You know, I tried watching the impeachment hearings. I got about 2.5 days into it before I just couldn't take it. I just could not take it. I had to put my foot down, turn on something more entertaining, like the fucking Smurfs or something. I don't know. Anything other than the goddamn impeachment hearings. Witness after witness. It was like a game of telephone. I felt like I was in elementary school. Do you have any evidence that the president committed a crime? Well, not directly, but the cousin of my friend's best friend's wife's son's neighbor heard that maybe potentially he did. Shocking fucking evidence. And then they have professors come in. They have these professors come in. So bizarre. I don't know. Maybe I'm lost here. I don't know why professors would be the people to say whether or not the fucking president should be impeached. But they brought a panel of 4 of them in. Hey, should we impeach the president? Yeah, let's get rid of him. And then they're all donors to the Democratic Party. Brilliant. Why wouldn't they be? At least, fuck, it's amateur hour. I don't understand it. Put a little effort. Put a little oomph into it. Put a show on for us. Make it entertaining. It's just been so fucking boring. And of course, Twitter is rampant with discussions of the president being impeached. Why wouldn't it be? They say that Twitter is not an accurate representation of the American people, or the world for that matter. Shocking, I know. I mean, first off, 60% of the fucking accounts are bots. I know that sounds like a ridiculous over-exaggeration, but go look at Twitter's internal memos about this, and their public statements about it. A vast majority of the accounts on Twitter aren't human beings. And the remainder are really split up into like 3 categories. You've got a few right-wingers that, for whatever reason, have escaped banning. You've got a fuck ton of blue check marks that hate Orange Man. And then you got like black Twitter doing their own thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I should say split up into 4 groups. That 4th group would be horny little teenage white girls that are obsessed with K-pop. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but K-pop's like the new goddamn thing. K-pop is the thing they're all into. I mentioned this last stream. Elliot should have hung on for a little while longer. Because those Korean boys, those Happas, they're in right now. All the little white girls want them. But they say that on Twitter, it's skewed. It's the most left of the left that you can get. That's why we've got people like Obama going out there saying, hey guys, maybe we should calm down a little bit. Maybe we've all gone a little bit insane. Do you remember Keith Olbermann? Here's a blast from the past. Keith Olbermann, when Trump got elected, and they were starting to do the what was it, Mueller and the dossier and all of that, they're talking about Russian collusion. Keith Olbermann used to do streams and webcasts where he was wrapped in an American flag hiding under his desk. And he was doing an impeachment watch. And Keith said that he was going to hide under that desk wrapped in an American flag until Trump got out of office. Now, is he still under there? Has anybody heard from Keith Olbermann? Is he still alive? Can we send out like a carrier pigeon to find out if this man still breathes? I wonder what world awaits him. I mean, if he went under that desk back in 2016, things have changed. Phones are much faster now. Video games more realistic. How will he react to the reality of virtual reality? Will he want to play Half-Life Alyx? These are questions I need answered. And once the orange man is impeached, Keith can finally come out from under the desk and come and join the current world with the rest of us. Oh, it's going to be fucking exciting. No, I see some of you in chat. I'm not making that up. Keith Olbermann really did wrap himself in an American flag and hide under his desk for like a couple hundred days. It was the craziest shit. I don't know if he's still under there. I really, honest to God, don't. But I like to imagine he is. Just kind of hidden. You know, like the kind of person is sitting at a desk or something, or sitting in a lobby waiting room, but nobody really notices them, and so the business is right around closing time, and they lock the door and turn the lights off because they just don't notice. That's how I envision Keith Olbermann's life. Like they forgot that he was down there. Nobody's told him maybe he doesn't even know the impeachment's happening. Maybe he's still screaming about Russian interference. I mean, he's just secretly recording shit on his fucking 3-year outdated iPhone, talking about Trump pissing in beds that hookers use or something. I can't remember exactly what the Steele dossier was about. Something about hooker piss. I mean, he's updating it. It's his 900th update in a row about hooker piss and the president. But nonetheless, the impeachment is moving forward. They're gonna, I believe they're gonna have the debate and then the vote today. If you get a chance, tune in and watch that. I'm sure it'll be entertaining. That's sarcasm, by the way. It won't be entertaining at all. But back to my point, because Twitter is so left-leaning, they've got their hashtags running like crazy. People are out protesting. Well, I don't know if they're protesting or celebrating, but they're all over the fucking place out there. Impeach the orange man. Oh, they're fucking looking forward to it. But I don't know if they understand the process of how it works. I mean, back when it was announced that they were doing the hearings on the impeachment, they thought that meant that was actually the impeachment. And so there were a bunch of blue check marks celebrating impeachment, thinking that it had already happened, he was gone. Until, other people had to step in and say, wow, you guys are fucking stupid. No, that's not how that works. But now they're out there on the street corners celebrating. There was one video clip from, I must have been Portland, Seattle, somewhere on the coast, where one guy said, what did he say? God, I'll see if I can find it and I'll play it on stream. But it was something akin to Donald Trump is the devil. And he's attacking our children. I don't know where that one came from. We need to impeach Donald Trump. He's attacking our children. I didn't know our children were Ukrainian, apparently. Our poor children. We can't let this man continue to look at beds that hookers have pissed on. Think of the children. Wonderful. Oh, I love our reality. It's so fucking contorted. So we'll see how it turns out. But I have a feeling he's not getting impeached. And if he does, well, they're going to have zapped to the extreme himself, Pence as president, who I think is going to mandate immediately under executive authority that all gays get electroshock therapy. So I don't know if it's going to work out well for everybody. Maybe Pence, maybe this has been his master plan all along. Maybe he's the secret whistleblower. He wants to get that position of power so he can start electrocuting the LGBT. We just didn't see it coming. He's so insidious and smart. Why weren't we paying attention to Pence and his secret fucking plans? Oh, there's some other stuff going on too. We'll chat about it all. Kill a little bit of time here. Again, early morning. Lots to talk about. It's got that energy flowing through me. Nice little poppy, jazzy bit in the beginning. Weatherman. I can't believe there's a song about weathermen, but it works perfectly. Fantastically. Let me see here. We got a couple super chats. I'll read through these really quick. And then we'll continue on with our brilliant morning. Where are we here? From Peter Waterhouse. Donga Donga and hailed Juan Big Aid. Yeah, you know, I heard people talking about our boy, chief of the Pebble tribe, a good old Donga of the Iron Buffalo, having HIV. I believe that that's a ruse. I don't think the Donkster has been given the gift, but I don't know what he's up to. Does he even still stream? I mean, he kind of dropped off the face of the earth. Maybe he's got a stream he does where everybody in the chat is modded. It sounds fucking boring as shit. But again, it is Donga, so it will be boring. 90 minutes of dead air, followed by at least 3 hours of talk about Godzilla, followed by another 20 minutes of dead air, and finished out with a nice 2.5-hour segment about fucking wrestling. I mean, maybe that'd be good for one stream, but for every stream? I don't know. From Slamurai Jamdown. Boneworks makes my boner work. Oh, woo! Well, I hear Boneworks, you're talking about the VR game, is supposed to be really fucking good. I know those guys had a lot of fun developing it. I thought that was going to be the one that really pushed VR out there. That and Half-Life Alyx. I mean, if they really start kind of pushing that kind of stuff, it's got a potential. Right now, it's mostly the music rhythm games that are kind of the cream of the crop. For Peachfish. Hey, Ethan Ralph, it's me, Metokur. From Juan Arc. Flight's delayed. Have some Bitcoin while I wait for some fat chick to tell me it's cold enough to take off. Well, it's going to be hard to take off if the fat chick is on the plane. There are weight limits. They're going to have to throw some luggage out if they want to get airborne. From Peter Waterhouse. Hey, Ethan Ralph, it's me, Gator. From Shinny Saba. Nothing like turning into the nightly weather report. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the weather. We all do. The Right Leaf. And then RU thanks Weatherman Jim. Well, you are welcome. Ryan Joe 090. Victory to loyal sons of Ulster at Drumacree. Garvey Road is British. There's words that you've strung together in this sentence, and I don't know how to pronounce any of them. I have a feeling they're British locations. There is a word there. It starts with a G, and it's got about 80. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just a dumb American, okay? I'm a shart in the mart. All right, all we do over here in Freedom Land is shit ourselves on our rascal scooters while we go up and down the Walmart aisles. You can't expect us to read or pronounce things properly. It's just not in us. We don't have time to practice our pronunciation. Our mouth is too busy being stuffed with hamburgers. From TobuWay23, will there be more Photon streams in the future? Likely not, but there will be a David Stay stream. Read a few more and we'll get back into it. 26 Jaeger. I am Ben Moore, and I really like to drink fresh, stinky gamer gunk from smelly bull shafts. Thanks for the laughs, Jimmy. And finally from Peter Waterhouse again. Hey, Ethan Ralph, it's me, Gator. Oh, and then Manrod Dudson, who left a message, and I'll heed what the message says. There you go. See, I didn't fall for it this time. I'm a smart boy. I'm smart. I'm using that big brain to do big thinking. Since we're talking about smart things, I guess we should talk about some smart people. Namely, the Spoony one in DSP. You know, somebody hit me up today to explain that apparently the Spoony one. Let me throw up a beautiful picture of this man so you can gaze into his lovingly brown eyes. Hazel eyes. Whatever color eyes they are, they're so hypnotic I can't even tell. I'm filled with a unquenchable lust looking at this picture. This really is the personification of a 1990s high school yearbook photo. It's perfect. It's every 90s high school yearbook photo that's ever been taken. And it's for us to look at. Well, apparently the Spoony ones run into a bit of bad luck. And by bad luck, I mean non-stop bad luck. because apparently he's losing his home, and his girlfriend has left him, and he doesn't have a car. I don't know who writes the script for this stuff, but it seems like some of these storylines overlap. You've got Spoonie 1 losing a house, and DSP losing a house. You have Spoonie 1 in a car accident, and then you've got Boogie in a car accident. These aren't very original plots. It's like the writers got a little bit lazy and just started merging them all together for every individual character. I don't know exactly why. But yes, our boy Spoonie apparently is getting brought to big boy court by the bank. They want to take the house away from him. I don't know what he's going to do. Spoonie's a really interesting case. I did the That Guy with the Glasses video. I know other people have talked about Noah Antweiler. I know many people have done videos on Spoonie 1. And the majority of you watching right now, listening to this in chat, I'm sure you're all very familiar with him and his backstory. A content creator from back in the early days of YouTube who did very fun videos, very good videos. And some of his Let's Plays and video game reviews were top-notch stuff. But just over the years, I don't know what happened. It's very bizarre. I think it came about when he promised to do a movie. I mean, that seemed to be the focal point, the turning point. It was that goddamn movie. I'm going to do a movie. I'm going to do a movie. Finally got the funding for it, and then everything just fell apart. Just stopped doing he stopped doing videos, stopped doing streams, retreated into himself, and became this super depressed person. I mean, there are some parallels between him and Wings of Redemption. And you'll hear Wings of Redemption say repeatedly when he would stream that he hates his life and he hates what he does. Can't stand doing streams, but he has to do it because that's the way he earns his income. And that's almost the same kind of stuff that Spoonie would say. I just don't have the motivation for it. I just don't like it anymore, but I have to do it. I have no choice. And I think he developed a hatred for making videos and for doing streams. And then people got angry about it, and their anger made him more depressed. And then he felt that was a bigger justification for not wanting to do more videos and streams, and this vicious cycle never ended. And for a while he was fine because he had a woman that he was living with who could pay the bills and pay the mortgage. But then what do you know? This year, the year of the Spoonster started. And he gets into a car accident. In fact, I think I have the tweet. I did a little bit of prep work. I pulled one tweet up. God, aren't I amazing? Let me pull it up here. I think this is one of his comments about the car accident from the beginning of the year. There we go. Let me put this down. This is from Spoonie. Was just in a bad car accident. I think I'm okay. Very shaken up. I'm more worried about one of the people in the other vehicle who was taken to the hospital. Pretty scared at the moment. I don't have a car anymore, and I'm not sure what to do. I noticed Boogie had a similar reaction with his car accident. Let me just offer some sage wisdom. If you are involved in a car accident, maybe don't tweet about it on social media right after the car accident. Maybe seek some legal advice about what you should be saying. Like, if you get into a car accident and the first thing you say is, God, I'm worried about the other people in the other vehicle being hurt, you're basically laying their case out for them. Oh, you see, my injuries were so severe that he could even recognize them before they were diagnosed. That's how badly injured I was by his negligence. Very foolish to tweet about it. Just very stupid. Attention whoring like that is never going to pay off. If you are in a car accident, maybe just keep your fucking mouth shut. Go to the doctor, make sure you're okay, and then wait for what the police deem is the cause of the accident, and then talk about it. But no, man, I guess this is part of social media these days. Anything and everything that happens needs to be talked about. I have plenty of things happen in my personal life. I don't run to Twitter to make sure the whole world knows about it. But nonetheless, that was the start of the year. What was that, January 25th? Starts the year off with a car accident. How much worse could things get? Doesn't have a car anymore. Well, at least he's got his girl by his side. At least things are looking up for the Spoonster. I mean, he may not be producing content. The online revenue may have dried up because of his lack of creation. Okay, these are some bad things, but they're survivable. He's got a good woman by his side who's going to take care of the bills and give him the space he needs to recover mentally to, I don't know, go out there and get a job or do something or just crawl out of his funk until she leaves him. And then right when she leaves him, right around the time she leaves him, here comes the bank to take his house away. Oh, God. Now, there's something else you should know about Spoonie. Let me pull this down. I'll pull something else up just to give you, just to explain to you, I guess, what I would call is the perfect storm. Let me see if I can find it. I had the screen cap here earlier. I want to make sure I pull up the right image. Here we go. Window capture. There we are. Now, this may be a little hard to read, but I'll read it out loud for everybody. This is something he posted before. It's real, too, by the way. This isn't some bullshit Photoshop. I mean, who's offended by this, really? What Christian hears Happy Holidays isn't like, the fuck is that supposed to mean? You're not the only assholes on the planet, you know. And this whole war on Christmas thing, I have no idea where this comes from. I've never, not once, even seen a Hanukkah display for anything at a store ever. My war on Christmas is purely a personal one that usually manifests in me physically assaulting Christmas trees or decorations that sing as I walk past them. And yes, I have punched a Christmas tree. Security nearly got involved. I have a great deal of rage. I also nearly destroyed an entire Dollar Tree store. Near the register, they had an entire box. So he hates Christmas so much that if he sees Christmas displays up anywhere out there, he will go into a rage, a fucking fury, and destroy ornaments. Could you imagine going to the fucking Dollar Tree store? I mean, those poor fucking employees. Usually the Dollar Tree store is able to undercut prices because they usually understaff themselves. There's like 2 or 3 people working there. Those poor fuckers. 2 or 3 people working there trying to sell shit and stock shit and clean shit. And here comes this asshole who does internet videos. What does he fucking do? He starts destroying shit in your store. Now, the reason I bring this up is I want you to think about it. We're right at Christmas is just right around the corner. And he hates it. He fucking hates Christmas. And what has his year been like? He lost his car. He lost his girlfriend. He lost his money. He lost his career. He's losing his house. And the holiday season that he hates the most is right now in full swing. Everywhere that he goes, there are going to be singing ornaments and dancing Santa Clauses and lit up trees. This is the perfect storm. I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen. You can't have that much bad mojo dropped on your lap during the one time of year you hate the most and remain cool, calm, and collected. It's just not something that you should expect is going to happen. Oh, I have a bad feeling. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a big super chat there from Jean Arc. I hate my job. FIFO work is a pain. Everyone hates their job, but it could be worse. It could be the holiday season and your car has exploded. Your girlfriend's left you. The bank's repossessing your house, and you are in a deep spiral of depression that will never end. That is the reality currently facing Noah Antweiler, the Spoonie one, stuck in a situation that is just awful. Somebody in chat, the Christmas Day Massacre of 2019, I don't know what's going to happen, but for whatever reason, God really hates him. Now, maybe God's like a really big fan of Final Fantasy VIII. Maybe that's what this is about. Maybe Jesus Christ really fucking loves Final Fantasy VIII. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to teach this motherfucker a lesson. I saw that video, Spoonie. It's payback time. You didn't think it was coming, but it is. But Spoonie, not the only one right now dealing with housing problems. Who else do we have to deal with? Our boy, DSP, Darkside Phil, also in a situation. I know a lot of people are, again, somebody probably everybody's familiar with. It's just one of those internet personalities that everybody hears the details about and just kind of knows about. And what's his situation? Well, he overextended himself. I mean, for a while on YouTube, he was doing great. Ad revenue, money, streams. He was making a lot of cash. So What does he have? He has a condo in one location. He has a house in another location. He was leasing cars, living a very happy life. Now, some things went south for him, and as well, here comes the bank to repossess that condo. Talked about it a bit yesterday, but I mean, he paid $28,000 on a $128,000 mortgage, and it took him 9 years to do that. So I don't know. I don't know the exact details. All I know is for whatever bizarre reason, both Noah and DSP are in the exact same fucking situation at the exact same time. But, you know, I have a feeling DSP is going to walk away from it, no issues at all. This man has the luck of the devil. Nothing can keep him down. Not sure how he's going to get out of it, but he will find a way to get out of it. I mean, right there you can see a conversation between DSP and YouTube. This is another thing I didn't get to cover in the forecast, but I'll tell you this story because it happened maybe 2 weeks ago. The response, well, I'll read the response and then I'll tell you the backstory to it. This is from Team YouTube on Twitter towards DSP. Thanks for reporting this. We're currently investigating. We'll let you know if we have any updates. Well, what are they investigating? You know, what exactly is going on? Well, let's go take a look. Because I think you're going to find this. I think you're going to find this interesting. This happened. How far back ago did this happen? I'm fairly certain it was, yeah, right at the beginning of the month. So I'll use some tweets to try to construct a basic timeline to give you an idea of what was going on. Let's see here. This starts on the 4th. YouTube's copyright system is so utterly broken that a Let's Play channel with 3,000 subs has copyright struck thousands of videos for content they don't own, including videos by creators of games themselves. Now, I know that might sound a little weird. Let me see if I can find this for you. Oh, here we go. This is American McGee. All right, this guy made the video. He Let's Played the game he made. This is the creator of the fucking game itself. And it gets copyright struck. And then YouTube responds to him and says, hey, thanks for bringing this to our attention. If you feel your video was claimed in an error, you can dispute it here. We also have a handy guide for copyright content. Let us know if you have any other questions. To which his reasonable response, given the situation, was, my name is on the fucking box, are you kidding me? Further proof we're living in idiocracy. So apparently, I don't know if he was Spanish or Brazilian or what he was, but this YouTuber had signed up with a multi-channel network, an MCN. I didn't even know they still existed. And the MCN then decided they were going to copyright strike thousands and thousands and thousands of videos. And they didn't care whose videos they were. Small channel, big channel, none of that shit mattered. They went after game creators, game publishers, major channels with millions of subs. YouTube, fully aware of it, decides, you know what, not something we really need to do. But who gets the fucking response? Who's the guy that gets, oh, did I have that up there? Well, sorry, I didn't show the tweet, but who's the guy that gets a response? Team YouTube. And fuck, that was hidden from the screen. I want to show you the McGee thing. Sorry, Chad. Here we go. That's the American McGee tweet that I was talking about. My name is on the fucking box. Are you fucking kidding me? So this MCN, this multi-channel network, goes on a fucking rampage, knocking everybody out. And YouTube does nothing about it. Even when a game creator, the guy that made the game, and he's playing his own fucking creation, he gets copyright struck, and YouTube wants to send him to copyright school. Oh, we think you might be a little retarded, American McGee, so we're going to send you to copyright school, because you clearly don't understand what's going on. Amazing. And this MCN, they didn't give a fuck. They were doing all sorts of underhanded shady shit. This was one of the comments posted on a video talking about all of this happening. Your MCN, the MCN in question was Illustrated Sound Music, is a terrible scam. I just disputed 2 of the 7 claims I got this morning, but then they claimed the same videos again. So even if you filed a copyright counter notification, they'd let it go through, and then they would come back and they'd reclaim the videos to start the process over again. Because fuck you. They didn't give a shit. And nobody would get a response, but for whatever reason, guess who did? The alpha Chad himself, the god, the man, the myth, the legend. DSP did. Now this guy, he deleted his channel. It doesn't exist anymore, but I still do have some screen caps of it when it was up. This is from one of the videos that he put up, the English portion of it. I apologize to everyone. It's not me claiming the videos. It's a technical error of my network, Illustrated Sound. I'm falling victim to a failure. It's impossible for a channel to do that. Who retains the records is the network. It's the network that makes the complaints, not me. I can't leave the network. I need help. Pass the message. It sounds like he's being held fucking hostage. Please, for the love of God, somebody tell my family I'm still alive. My MCN Illustrated Sound has been holding me in a cabin in the woods for a month. And it's being horrible to me. I'm being accused of criminal things I didn't do. If this issue is not resolved within 24 hours, I will delete my channel. By the way, he did delete his channel. But it's still, what day are we on? This took multiple days. Let me see if I can find the response that came from the actual thing itself. Here we go. This is what Illustrated Sound had to say in response to everybody getting upset. We deeply apologize for the abundance of copyright claims on your content. We are currently working with YouTube to get these claims released and to get the content back to the... they're basically blaming the Content ID ecosystem. Please be aware that Illustrated Sound creators are not at fault for this. We at ISN are firm believers in upholding the YouTube community guidelines, respecting copyrights of others. We kindly ask you to please be patient. Now, what you need to remember is while they were telling people it's not their fault and they need to be patient, they were refiling copyright complaints against people. So even then, they're saying it's not our fault, it was a fuck up, we've informed YouTube, it's going to be fixed. Even with that happening, they still were filing more copyright complaints. It just didn't end. They just kept doing it because they just did not give a fuck. And so, let me see. Yeah, DSP himself, how many? He said he got 1,000 spam emails. This particular MCN hit DSP 1,000 times on his YouTube channel. Other people were hit hundreds and hundreds of times. And the company involved in this, this MCN was owned as part of like a subsidiary of something called CD Baby, which was a subsidiary of another company. And it took multiple days for them to do it. But it's another sign of how broken YouTube is. Another sign of just how busted and fucked up the system is. This MCN wasn't individually going through these different videos. They chose a parameter and it automatically hit thousands of people and thousands of videos. It's amazing to me that as a content creator, you can get penalized if you misfile when you do a counterclaim notification, but filing a copyright claim, you don't get any shit at all. You know, back in the day, I think early 2010, 2011, there was a guy called Konjopi, and he found a break in the system, something that allowed you to file copyright complaints almost instantaneously and have immediate action taken. And he went on a fucking rampage, and he hit so many channels. God, these are older channels. Maybe some of you might remember some of the names, like Nintendo Capri Sun, other people like that. And it was just a massacre. Just taking motherfuckers down all over the place. And I remember YouTube released a statement after that event saying something to the effect of, we understand there are some flaws in our copyright system and we're going to work on that. That was 2010. That was a decade ago. A fucking decade ago. And they still haven't gotten around to fixing a goddamn thing. Bravo. Way to done, YouTube. Or way to go, YouTube. Way to really uphold some standards there. God, what a joke. FTC's going to hit you for $40,000. You're going to get nailed for hate speech. Copyright system's gone completely crazy. If you use too many emojis in chat, you're going to get your fucking Gmail taken away. It's become very anti-user friendly, hasn't it? Just very strange. But I've gone off on a bit of a tangent. This was all just to highlight the fact that DSP deserves all the credit. He was the one that got a response. Nobody else did. All these fucking channels with 1 million subs, YouTube would not give them a normal response. It was all bot automated. DSP says something, and they're suddenly on the fucking case. And I think it was within like maybe 3 or 4 hours of him tweeting this out that shit started happening. So let's give a round of applause. But it's interesting to me to see that both Spoonie and DSP are in similar situations. I just have the feeling that DSP is going to come out on top. It's that alpha energy. It's that Chadness of his, for some reason, is going to save his ass. Noah will fall into despair. DSP will stumble into good luck. It's just how it works out. He does it every time. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. Oh my God. I need a cigarette here to celebrate. I'm shaking too much with this alpha picture up on screen. I need a cigarette to calm down a little bit. That's right. That's right, chat. You clap. Give that man a round of applause. He deserves it. Oh, yeah, and then Boogie, too. You know, I don't have a picture of Boogie to put up. I don't think it would fit on screen. Hey, it's a fat joke. It's a family-friendly fat joke, Susan. You stay back. But Boogie had an accident as well. The bits and pieces I understand of this, because I don't really pay attention to it, was he was during his little traveling channel show or whatever it is, and he filmed a video of himself driving, and then like 4 hours later got into a fucking car accident, and then tried to tell people that it had nothing to do with the dumb shit he did earlier. What did he say? He had to swerve out of the way to save a bus full of orphans or some bullshit story? It was more like he wasn't paying attention to the fucking road and didn't brake in time, and then fucked his car up. And now it's being written off as a total loss. So I guess he has a good excuse to get that Tesla or whatever fucking electric car bullshit he was interested in. Not 100% certain. But it's weird how all these storylines are overlapping. You know, bits and pieces. Spoonie has an accident, Boogie has an accident, DSP's losing a house, Spoonie's losing a house. It's just sloppy writing. The season's starting to blur together a little bit, but I guess that's expected. We're near the season finale for the year. We're waiting for the next year to start up. Who knows what's coming? Who knows what's around the corner? I mean, maybe we will find out that Donga really has the HIV. Maybe that's a potential. Who knows? Who fucking knows? All right. Missed some of these super chats. Let me get luck and read some more of these super chats here. From AA Based Weatherman, forecast the day of the rope, please, so we can save our long-nosed tribe kids from living in pods, eating bugs, and getting paused. I hate to tell you, but you're going to be living in a pod. You're going to fucking like it. You're going to eat those bugs, and you're going to fucking like it. There is no escape. Greta is going to make sure that you eat bugs for the rest of your life. So you might as well read those Vice articles telling you how delicious they are. From Full Swing, Alita manga is good. You know, I just got done reading a couple of different mangas. What was the most recent one I read? Well, give me a second here. I'll pull up the name of it. I should have it bookmarked because I liked it so much. I thought maybe I'd go back to it. It was Skeleton Soldier Couldn't Protect the Dungeon, which was a great little story. I think it's like 60 chapters. Not finished yet, of course, which is a little bit of a bummer. But a little skeleton, servant of a necromancer, who keeps reincarnating at the moment of his initial summoning, and tries to figure out ways to make things happen differently. Sometimes he develops great friendships with people, and then he reincarnates back at that exact moment. He's like, fuck it, I don't care about you. I'm going to go and do something different completely. It's a nice little read. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Oh, I'm going to take this off. I don't want to embarrass. I know, looking at that much manhood on screen, that DSP picture, if you look at it too much, it's gonna hurt your ego. So I'm going to pull that down. But Alita manga, maybe I'll take a look. Peter Waterhouse, crypto is a scam perpetrated by Big Gold. Oh yeah, they're playing the long game. The metal market has your number. Burger Titty, have you seen the new Star Wars critic reviews? No, I haven't. I have no interest in the new Star Wars or the past two Star Wars that came out. It just looks boring as fuck. All these movies look so goddamn boring. You know, the prequels were awful, but the new stuff, it's not even awful, it's just boring. Maybe you like Star Wars, great if you do. I have no interest in it. I just have nothing about it. I know people like Mandalorian, little baby Yoda thing. I mean, okay. But as for the movies, no interest. Bloodmark Mentor, Bravo Uniform Romeo Echo, or I'm sorry, let me restart. Bravo Uniform Romeo November break. Tango Romeo Oscar November Sierra break. Alpha November Delta break. Tango Hotel Echo break. Foxtrot Uniform Romeo Foxtrot Alpha Golf Sierra out. Guess that's another secretly coded military message. Not sure what it means. I'm not in the military. But I'm sure one of you code breakers out there, one of you wind talkers can figure it out. From NA, what manga are you currently reading? You ever going to do donation links from PayPal or Cash App? You should take callers, or you should take a caller or two. Well, I already said the skeleton manga was the most recent one that I was reading. I'm just going through the list. I'm reading everything I can, which is why I'm thinking of potentially just doing videos like that up here, since it's probably the safest content I could do. In fact, if I do a manga review, the first one I'd probably do is So I'm a or what is it? Is it So I'm a Spider, So What? I think it is. Which, you know, the first 40 chapters have been really great. It's fucking awesome. Awesome read. I haven't read the light novel, and I know the anime is looking a little too 3D for people's taste, but whatever. Those first 40 chapters, fucking fantastic. And am I going to take callers? You know, I've done that before. I've had callers call in. I'm not opposed to it. Maybe when I do the Lonely Fucks Christmas special, for all you people out there that don't have family or friends to spend Christmas with, I'll put a nice little repeating fire video up, and we can all have a Christmas dinner together on stream so you don't feel so alone on the holidays. See, I'm doing a good deed. Maybe I'll take callers then too. We can talk about whose frozen dinner is the best for the holiday season. From Angie Honkler, a bunch of emoticons. I see the 4 out of 5 stars though. Very good. Cozy Glow, my friend J Caesar 187 says he fucking loves her pussy. Well, that's good to know. Count Masferatu, read the manga, read the Berserk manga, you weeb. You know, telling people to read the Berserk manga, like I get it. Yeah, it's basic bitch shit. It's one of the it's like saying watch JoJo. I mean, there are certain ones everybody's gonna know about. I want some unique stuff. You got to give me something people don't know about. Give me that weird niche shit. You know, the kind of stuff that's out there that nobody's really talking about or coming across, or that had like 5 chapters and was released 8 years ago and then never went anywhere, but it's really great and people wish they would have continued it. That's the shit I'm looking for. Peter Waterhouse, Saint Uger slays goat pussy. That's good to know. Rusnia Hadding, so glad you're back. Well, thank you very much. Sheena Saba, speaking of manga, just read Beastars. That Zootopia manga, it made me want to rope. You know, I know it's made into an anime, and then people started talking about the manga. I haven't had a chance to read the manga because it's not online. They copyright struck it everywhere. So I don't know if it's any good or not. I really don't. I mean, I'd be interested in giving it a shot, but I don't know if it's decent or not. From David H. Thank you for your weather report tonight. I really needed it during my 14-hour shift. Your hat fits nice on me, by the way. It's fine, superb hats. Thank you very much. Embroidered, not a shitty sticker. It's actually embroidered, so it's fairly washer safe. From Cream Kid, and half of Australia is basically on fire. Send snow, please. Also, first donation, Metokur. I swore I'd never shell out to a YouTuber, but you broke me. You should have saved that $10 to cover your body in ice for when the fire overtakes you. You know, I'd airlift out some snow out there, but like I said, you know, Minnesota drivers are awful. They'd probably get lost and end up dropping it on Peru or something. Joey Jojo, are you excited for the Resident Evil 3 remake? Yes, I am. I hate how they changed Jill's outfit, though. I hope they don't remake Code Veronica. It wouldn't fly in 2020. I hope they do. I mean, there are a couple of Resident Evil games I wanted them to remake. 3, obviously, because 3 really hasn't been released anywhere else. Code Veronica would be fucking great. What is it? Dead Aim, I think, is a PS2. There are a couple of first-person shooter on-rails games that aren't not the Wii ones, but older ones. 2 of them were on the PlayStation, and then 1 was on the PS2. And with VR being what it is, I have no idea why they wouldn't remake those for VR. Step too far. Dear Jimothy, isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious? Pence resigns, Trump names Benjamin Netanyahu VP, then Trump is impeached, United Colonies of Israel trusts the plan. I'm sorry, I need to follow the white rabbit. White rabbit down the hall. Tango, tango, down the hall. Trust the plan. And then I need to insert random numbers to make it seem like a legitimate Q post. Jonathan Alexander, I like watching your videos. GMT well, I'm glad you like them. Camille Taggart, what up, Niglet? Well, I'm doing good. Just an early morning stream to kill some time and shoot the shit. From Merkel's DGZ, hey Jim, what are your top 5 manga you've read recently? Okay. You know what? I'll try to answer that question. People have asked it before. And I'm going to go based off the shit I've got bookmarked, which I bookmarked a lot of stuff. I really did like the skeleton one I read recently. Let me pull this up here. So, what is it? Skeleton Soldier couldn't protect the dungeon. That was great. So I'm a Spider, So What? That was also good. Oh my god, there was it was like not really a manga, it was a Korean webtoon. Solo Leveling. You know, I didn't think I'd like Solo Leveling when I got into it. I got like 2 or 3 issues, whatever you want to call them, into it, and I was like, God, this really is not doing it for me. But the more I read, the more I liked it. Now I'm fucking hooked on it, waiting for more shit to come out. I also liked, you know what? Let me make sure I get the right name down here. Hold on 1 second, guys. See if I can find it. Is that the right? Now I'm not gonna find it. Oh, maybe it's this. Okay. One of the other ones I read that I kind of liked was The Sister of the Woods with 1,000 Young, which is basically like an H.P. Lovecraft manga about a kid whose deepest, darkest wish is to have an older sister. So he meets an eldritch horror in the basement of like his father or uncle's abandoned house, and she's ready to eat his soul or whatever shit eldritch horrors do. And he's like, "Would you be my big sister?" And that's the whole plot. And it's dumb as fuck, but I've just enjoyed reading it. I think one of the other ones I've enjoyed recently is Shadow House. Is it Shadow House? I'm fairly certain that's what I'm thinking of. But I'd have to come up with a comprehensive list. I'm sorry. There's a lot of shit out there. It's hard to keep track of it all because I read through it really, really quickly. Buy physical books, you cheapo? You know, I actually would. There are a couple that I would buy physical books of. And there's some that I would never touch. But I don't know how easy it is to get English translations of the ones that I actually enjoy reading. So we'll see how that turns out. From Heen, Snort. I could use that money Susan owes you. Ach! From Kyle Dawson. There's a Eagle, I think, spelled with a few different letters, trying to get around that filter. I finally said it right. Love you, Metokur. From Camille Taggart. Getting new new Ito manga tomorrow. Got yeeted on Twitter. I think you're wrong about Trump, to be honest. You think the Senate's going to go through with it and say, get rid of him? I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, there's a potential it could, but I don't see it happening. From Arian Decries, I'm going to TPUSA SAS conference this weekend. Any questions for our friends, Jim? No, you know, I've been watching that stuff go on with the Groypers and TPUSA. I am not looking to interfere with it. I'm merely entertained on the sidelines, and so you guys have fun and do what you're going to do, and I'm going to enjoy laughing about it as it's happening. Purple Oblivion. When can I buy a 4 out of 5 star mug, Jimbo? I want to support you, but I don't want to look like a fake to the people I know. There should be some up on the merch store. We've got, what is it, like 2 different hats, 2 or 3 different shirts, a couple mugs, and a poster. I just need the clock to complete the ensemble, and then I'll have Helsing beat. From John Doe. Living in central Iowa in the winter makes me dead inside, doesn't it all? Doesn't it all for everyone? At least it's not Minnesota where it's even worse and run by brother banging sand ninjas. Well, that is true. Although I don't know how your weather would compare to ours. Minnesota can get pretty goddamn awful. From Double A, did you see the vid of Sank Chunky Ogre Uger saying he would make banging horses legal on the basis it's for pleasuring the animal? And Salty Pickle, god fucking damn it. Please somebody in chat like me in this video. Let's watch it on stream. Is there really a video of Sank Uger saying horse fucking needs to be legal? Can we see this, please? Oh, how would I even look that up? What would the search terms be? Sank Uger horse fucker? Let's take a look. Oh, no way. Is this it? If you're telling me that entering the search term Sank Uger horsefucker actually gives me the proper result, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Sank Uger endorses bestiality.
Get the fuck out of here! Oh, okay. Oh, somebody said mamology? Alright. It's just... why? Oh. Is it Sank Yogurt Descent into Madness? Is that the one we're looking at? Is that the one that has the clip of him talking about fucking horses? Okay, Sank Yogurt Descent into Madness. All right, hold on, chat. I'll pull it up. We'll watch it together, and then I know I'm behind on super chats. I'll continue on. Just one moment. Oh my God. Why would you ever say? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Zank, what are you doing? Why would you advocate fucking horses? What were you thinking? Oh, dude. Okay, sorry. I'm just getting everything lined up here. Okay, I think we're good. All right, let's watch Sank. Let's watch Jank. Sorry, talk about fucking horses. By the way, I'm not kidding. If you enter Jank Yuger, a horse fucker as a search term, the first video that does turn up is a guy talking about him advocating for fucking horses. So nice search engine optimization, bro. This video is called Sank Yogurt. Descent into Madness is up on Mamology 101's channel. If anybody wants to go watch it later on. Let's see if we can find the clip in particular and see what our budding politician had to say about fucking stable animals. Don't let them near a farm, I guess. I don't know. It should be full screen for everybody. Let's take a look.
Making a joke. Like, they're trying to paint him as someone who's, like, pro-bestiality. I mean, the most egregious, ridiculous, pathetic smears you can imagine, they're just printing, and they're taking it at face value from a Twitter troll.
A couple got caught making more than 100 tapes where a woman is having sex with dogs. 3 different dogs.
Please. Making love to dogs.
Apparently,
we don't want this show to get dirty.
This is a very sad story, okay? Because this woman.
It's a very sad story, is it, Anna? Was she separated from her litter of lovers? Oh, my heart weeps for the lady that can't fuck the puppers.
Oh, it's sad already.
Right. That woman.
I feel bad for that dog.
That woman was taped more than 100 times having sex with 3 different dogs, and the gentleman in that picture was taping her. And what happened was, the woman's son found the tapes and reported her to the police.
Okay, I have to tell you, this story has so many twists and turns.
It seriously does.
This is the story of the day. Let's get real. Okay, he's looking for prescription drugs for his mom, runs into these tapes, and you know what he does? He turns them in to the cops. Man, you want to talk about a snitch?
Okay, first off, chat, let's commend this young man for being a morally upstanding individual and turning in his dog fucking mother. Alright? It's not like she banged the one poodle, Sank. This lady was a special predator, fucking every dog in the neighborhood. He should be awarded a Citizen's Medal of fucking Honor or some shit. My mother's a filthy dog fucker. Let me take it to the police. Bravo. Bravo, brave young man. For turning in this nefarious deviant. Could you imagine the father's reaction? The son has to sit down and tell the father about it? Unless the dad was involved. In which case it gets even fucking weirder. But apparently that's snitching.
Man, you gotta snitch out your mom having sex with dogs? Man, I'd have buried those tapes, man. Cops, you must be crazy. I'd have broken them, smashed them, and then, lit them on fire and then buried them in my backyard. What are you, nuts? Man, what kind of people have some messed up sons? I think the son's more messed up than the parents.
Did you read the police report?
I did, so I take that back. Okay, you know what they did with the dogs? Oh, here we go.
Everything that you could possibly imagine.
Okay, all right, let's talk about...
Every sexual act that you could ever imagine was done with these 3 dogs. And what she would do is she would tape it all, okay? She would tape it all, and she would try to sell them on the internet.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. But here's the thing, like, who's going to pay money to, first of all, the bestiality? I get it, some people are into bestiality, right?
Oh, he gets it, chat. I get it. Hey, you're going to go out and fuck who's going to buy these dog fucking tapes? Well, probably furries at a convention. I also like how Anna's so up to date on this story. Did you read the police report? It goes into descriptive detail, Sank. Jank, I was reading the police report and they did all sorts of things. Do you know what the phrase "take the knot" means? Because I do now. I've watched 90 of those tapes, Jank. And I bought a jar of peanut butter and a poodle. Don't judge me.
Is that legal?
No, it's not legal.
Okay.
Because you're taking advantage of the dog.
Right.
I want to come back to that in a second. But forget the fact that it's a dog. Like, you're into the dog. But how can you be into this girl? I mean, this woman. I mean, like, I'm not interested in, if... I don't care if I have a turtle fetish if she's the only woman in America having sex with turtles. I can't get into it. I mean, look at her, right? And then the dude gets involved, and, you know... And here's the thing. So, now, on the one hand, you think, you know what happened, by the way? It explains in the police report. The dogs would ejaculate. Okay, they would arrive. Let's put it that way, right? So then I think...
I love that this dude's running for political office. I don't care who he's running against. I don't even care the context of this. I just want his political opponent to play the tape of Jake Uger talking about dogs ejaculating. Just don't even add commentary to it. That should be your podium speech. You should get up on stage and be like, here's my tax policy. Here's my policy on immigration and jobs. And then don't say anything else and say, and this is my opponent. And just play a clip of Jake Uger talking about dogs ejaculating and just walk off stage.
Is it really dog rape if the dog came, right?
Oh, Jake.
Okay, but then, of course, they took it over the top. Right? I'm just telling you what's in the police report, okay? And the dude, of course, went German style. And he stuck his hand in the dog. Well, why'd you have to go and do that? Okay? And people are crazy, man. What? Humans, there's plenty of humans. Look at John Edwards. He found one. Okay? If you're going to do crazy stuff, do it with a human. Right? The dog didn't have that coming.
You heard it here first, folks. Jake Uger's giving you the message. If you want to German-style somebody, don't shove your fist up a dog's ass. Fucking shove it up your wife's ass. Jake Uger, politician, is fully supportive of fisting your wife in her ass.
That's not right. So now, yeah, they're in a lot of trouble, man. They're going to have to go there and be like, yeah. They have to pull an R. Kelly defense. I have a mole. The guy, the woman with having the sex with the dog.
No, they're done. More than 100 times. They taped it. I mean, there's no question it's them in the tape. Like, it's just disgusting.
The names of the tapes, by the way, were Buddy, Lucky, and Cinnamon. Cinnamon was the black dog they were having sex with. Come on. Come on.
There was even a video where they had an unidentified woman in the tape, and they were showing her how to have sex with the dog.
Yeah. No, because they are consenting adults. I know that it's illegal. I know that there's good arguments to be made against it. And I think that there are some interesting arguments to be made for it, etc.
What do you mean there's some interesting... Hey, you know, just like... Okay, guys, I get it. All right? Fucking dogs... It's a little weird. There's some arguments against it, but hey, there's some interesting arguments for fucking your dog. I'm St. Uger, politician. Vote for me. Fist your wife.
Right? But what he doesn't get, if he just said polygamy, I'd say, all right, I don't agree, but whatever, right? Bestiality and pedophilia, he can't wrap his mind around the distinction between those things. And the distinction is very obvious. Well, bestiality. You see, in the other ones, there are only humans involved. In bestiality, there are farm animals involved. See how that's a little different? Goats, sheep, horses, as opposed to men and women. But beyond that, the whole point is, are there consenting adults here? And a horse cannot give consent. I always feel like I can't believe I'm spelling this thing out for them. They're just stupid that you have to explain it to them. And much worse and very insulting, of course, and very offensive, is comparing it to pedophilia. Those kids are not giving consent. That is, in essence, rape, and in a lot of cases it is literally statutory rape, and sometimes literally rape in every way. So to say that that's the same as homosexuality because in your Bible, or your interpretation of your Bible, you view it the same, well, that's what makes you sick. That you can't distinguish between two consenting adults having a loving relationship and an adult abusing a kid sexually. And that's not the problem I don't even think that's the problem with the Bible. I don't think that's the problem of...
Oh, okay, this is my guess on the video. We're about halfway through. And since it's called Descent into Madness, did Jank change his position on this? Did he start off saying fucking animals is bad, and we're going to see a clip at the very end where he's like, go for it? Let's legalize horse fucking?
Of the laws, I think that's your problem. and that you can't make that distinction? And he says, how would we decide? You know, if we're not using the Bible, what are we going to use? Pat, I hope you're sitting. Are you ready for this? How about we use our minds? That we make reason-based decision. Hey, look, that is not a consenting relationship. That is. Those are two humans involved. That's a human and a chicken or a duck. I don't know, but don't do it. Can't do it.
He is a man from South Carolina. And
Oh, I love that picture, man. Every time I see that, I think, poor Rodell. Rodell, what were you doing? What were you thinking?
poor Rodell got caught having sex with horses, not once, but twice. All right? In fact, the second time he got caught was on video camera, and the owner of the stable held him at gunpoint until cops arrived and arrested him. Anyway, he's just been sentenced.
Well, that's obvious, because once you go horse, you can't go back.
Right.
That's why, you know, he had to go a couple of times. You know how they caught him the first time? The motherfucker fell asleep in the stable.
Not only that.
He's like, oh, that was good. Oh, that was good. Hold on, let me get some rest here.
Not only that, the owner found a pile of dirt next to the horse.
Because he put up the dirt to get up there to position. Rodell! Rodell! What you doing, Rodell?
And another thing, the owner of the stable suspected that someone was abusing her horses because one of the horses kept getting infections.
No, but that's my favorite part of the story. This guy is so nasty, he gave the horse an infection. Rodell! Rodell, what are you doing? Yeah, show me Rodell one more time. Show me. Oh, no. Rodell.
Now, the reason
that
why...
horse was so pretty. I didn't mean to give it an infection. I'm giving it a South Carolina accent. How am I doing? But it was just so pretty, I had to go back again. Couldn't resist it. I love that little pretty little horse.
Jesse Barron did this great, from Slate magazine, did a great story about bestiality and the history behind it. So it turns out that in Europe and in colonial New England, people were terrified at the thought of atheists having sex with animals and giving birth to monsters that would consume humanity. So when you had sex with animals, they would punish you. And the way they would punish you is to burn you alive. Now, they didn't only punish the human, they also punished the animal. They would slay the animal because they were convinced that the animal was acting, they're acting slutty, okay? They're being totally slutty animals.
I love the idea of like a horse being like, come here, big guy.
Yeah. So there's this great story, okay?
When a guy having sex with the animals is like my old friend Rodell. Remember that famous story we did where he kept going back? He fell in love with a horse.
A serial goat rapist on the loose in Florida. Of course! Where else would this story be? In Carleyville, Florida, Sharon Cruz Pacina is worried about her goats because she knows that the same guy is coming around and apparently taking advantage of them. And so she's called the cops several times, and she's worried that the cops aren't taking this seriously. And so she's making a public plea saying to the rapist, please leave my goats alone. Please repent. Please turn yourself in. We don't know if as with Rodell, a person who likes to have sex with horses that we've covered in the past, Rodell was in love with a particular horse. He went to jail for having sex with a horse, got out of jail, and went back to the same horse, and by the way, gave that horse a venereal disease. I'm not kidding. The horse didn't give it to him. He gave it to the horse. Okay. Now, we don't know who's doing it in this case. Rodell was in a different state. I hope it's not him. I'm on a goat. Hey, listen, I just grabbed life by the horse, and I'm a bad man.
I have decided what that Boing Boing chick was doing. She was doing the jaywalking of bestiality. Like, yeah, it might technically be a crime, but let's not waste the court's time on jaywalking.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Wait, what? What do you mean jaywalking bestiality? What, she accidentally brush up against a horse stick? Like, what? How do you? What is jaywalking bestiality? Please, Sank, enlighten us.
Yeah, fair enough.
But here comes the controversial part, the part I shouldn't say. I believe that if I were the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are giving, where you are pleasuring the animal. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, there we go. I would legalize politician Cenk Uygur. I would legalize bestiality as long as you're pleasuring the animal. I guess he's modeling this after the Canadian approach, where you're pleasuring the animal. Listen, if you want to get down there and suck some horse dick, you got a big old thumbs up from politician Cenk Uygur. But if you try to get that horse to suck your dick, well, we're going to put you in the pen. I still want to know what jaywalking bestiality is.
I'm saying? Okay. Okay. Now why? Why did that happen?
Why is your staff fucking disgusted with you? Look at Anna's face. That's the face of somebody who just realized they're sitting next to a fucking pervert. That face is perfect. Oh my God, this is the man that's my co-host? Jaywalking bestiality. Jake wants to give a horse a blowjob.
It's the dumbest thing
It
I've said.
really is the dumbest thing you said.
No, I'll tell you why. Because so there's was the case that we covered where there was a guy or a girl or something that was pleasuring a horse, and the horse came to a conclusion, right? So who got harmed?
You know that people who are, okay, look, not to be a downer about what you're saying, because what you're saying sounds kind of funny, but a lot of people who are being raped can actually, have an orgasm. So, if a guy is being raped, he can have an orgasm. You can't say, if you come, that means you wanted it. That's not the right way to go.
But number one, you're being an unbelievable downer.
I am, but that's the truth.
Number two, they're not both humans. Number three, if you really asked a horse, did you mind? The answer's got to be, no.
They're taking it at face value.
Man, there's some messed up dudes in the world, man. And like I say in every story, they're right around the corner. You think it's...
Holy shit, he really does want a fucking horse. I thought Sargon had some fucked up ideas when he ran for UKIP. Some of the statements he was making, his whole will not rape list of female politicians, I thought, boy, that's some bad optics. That's some PR that's going to haunt you. And here's Cenk talking about, hey, maybe I'm going to run for office. I know, let me go and make a public statement about how fucking horses is totally all right. And the horse noises he makes, oh, God. I don't know who he's running against, but please use it. Please make a collage video of it. You get 4-H club involved. Farmers boycotting him. Hands off our horses. That should be the hashtag. That should be the hashtag that his political opponent uses. Hashtag hands off our horses. Cenk. Get away from them. They're not here for your sexual pleasure, you fucking deviant. I can't believe he actually said it. What a weird fuck. I love to, the look on Anna's face was just disgust. She just was hit with disgust. She hasn't looked that upset. She hasn't looked that upset since Cenk used to deny the Armenian Holocaust. She was mad. What do you mean? The horse comes, it wanted it. Terrible. Oh, my God. Internet tap. You don't know about the Pence Prime Theory. I'm going to guess that's something involving Pence taking over after Trump gets impeached. From J. McFreak. Do Weathermen glow in the dark? Also, Keith Olbermann was found dead under his desk, drowned in hooker piss. Well, we've got our update we were looking for. Super Kitty Pogo Dance. Reminder, Niche Gamer plagiarizes from Gamatsu. I heard something vaguely about this, but I don't know the actual story about it. Maybe I'll look into that. The next early weather stream I do, we'll talk about that. From Casey Sniper Boy, hey Jimbo, just turned 22, take my fucking money. Well, happy birthday. Knights of Mirrors, dear YouTube, please don't steal this innocent weatherman's money. Any rain predictions from Australia, or for Australia, Jim? We're all on fire down here. What is going on in your fucking continent? Why is it on fire right now? Well, whatever you do, don't let the Canadians try to offer assistance. With the Fort McMurray fire, Trudeau was so incompetent, he had to ask South African firefighters to show up to fix the fucking mess. From EG Productions, I want to stick my tongue so far up Emily Yukas's tail hole. So far, we'd be making out. From the UFO answer, would you rather impeach Trump, eat bugs daily, or co-host a 3-hour weekly podcast with Mundane Matt? That is... fuck, I don't know. Well, I mean, actually, I'd go for the 3-hour weekly podcast with Mundane Matt, because then I could just make fun of him. From Mario Kart 13, how long until the Weatherman funds get frozen? We'll have to wait and find out. From Dog Fredify, tell Porcelain to stop being a coward and come out of retirement. From Johnny Booyah. Hey, Jim. Are the pride parades at their worst, or has the gay agenda yet to assume its final form? I don't know. It's really weird with the gay pride parades why half the dudes are walking around with their junk just flopping in the wind. I've always thought that was fucking bizarre. From NA, my super chat was skipped. Sad boy. I'm sorry if I missed one. From Nightmare, Freedom Land, man arrested for eating a sandwich. Yeah, I remember that story. The cop fucking hassled a dude for eating a sandwich on the sidewalk. Not actually like eating it off of the sidewalk, but walking down a sidewalk while eating a sandwich, which is fucking ridiculous. From John Ark, quick update. Still waiting for this plane, and that fat chicks are still fat. Well, thank you to our field reporter. With the latest breaking news is the news that fat chicks are fat. Hard-hitting undercover information. I'm with herpes. I had a child with my Asian girlfriend, Metokur. It's half Norwegian, half Chinese. He's going to become a Viking pillaging England while doing calculus and eating rice. You ever having a burger chopstick warrior? Well, if I do have a Happa son, it's a perfect time. Like I said, all those white girls out there going fucking apeshit for K-pop for some reason. Twitter is like every other day there's like a hashtag about some fucking Korean band. It's really weird. From Casey Sniper Boy again. Hey, Jimbo, can you tell my friend Jordan he's a dirty Mexican faggot? Also, thanks for the hours of entertainment, especially during weld school. Well, there you go. From Krong Gamer. Hey, Jim. Great weather report. It's funny you mentioned Noah because I was watching the Down the Rabbit Hole video an hour ago. Hope Frederick doesn't get screwed with by YouTube. Yeah, same here. A lot of these channels that do long-form videos that talk about shit, whether they're events or individuals, like, I'm worried that's next on the chopping block. And that'd be people like Knutson, that'd be people like Internet Historian. I think Dankula does a series, Mad Lads. There's a lot of shit out there that I'm really worried that's going to be fucked with for whatever reason. Aeronautical Ginger. Hey, Jimbotron. People around here in Germany sure can't take Das Right. I've already lost a friend over the Kangs videos. It was worth it. Apparently, Germans sticking to that stereotype of not having a fucking sense of humor. Hopefully they get one and you can be friends again. The real drunkard, Hugh, stand firm. From AJ Fouts, finally got to catch my favorite weatherman live. Well, thank you. Jason the Great Awakening, God Emperor Trump will annihilate the deep state, which we funded all along with these platforms. Burn it all down if necessary. Macaroni the Pony, I really like your content. Just wanted to let you know. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. From contrast, was the other driver's name Juan? Well, he is Juan, but not forgotten. Wouldn't that be ironic if Noah got into a car accident with the man that his brother shot? Holy shit. From John Ark, I hate my job. FIFA work is a pain. I thought I already read that one, actually. Tell Daddy how big you are. Ever play any of the newer XCOM games, Jimbo? Yes, I have. I've played the first XCOM. I think I played both of them, to be honest with you. If yes, how hard did you get fucked by the aliens? If no, you should play and get fucked by the aliens on stream. I actually enjoyed them. I thought they were fun games. I don't remember how hard I got fucked, though. This would have been a while ago. From Johnny Roberts, have you heard of the new toilet design for Wages? Yes, I have. For anybody listening out there, bosses out in corporate America have decided that you're all taking poop breaks that are lasting far too long. So they've decided to make toilets with, is it a 15% or a 13% like incline? Or no, not incline, decline. They're slanting the toilets downward, so it makes your ass hurt if you sit on it for too long. It's reached a point in corporate America where they want you to work in a cage, and when you finally get out of your cage to go take a shit, because all you've eaten all day long are bugs, if you sit on the fucking toilet for more than 5 minutes, your butt hurts because they've engineered it to be like that. From Stratos Radio Blues, hey Jim, who do you believe has the softest of spines between Quartering and Tim Pool? Milquetoast seems to be, their shield from any criticism lately. Well, I've not been paying attention to the Quartering. And all I know about Tim Pool is he reads articles and he doesn't even saying a civil war is coming for like the last 100 videos. Not that I disagree, but it's like his message at the end of every video. And the new Xbox is going to be released. Civil war is coming. There you go. That's a Tim Pool video. From Zelos Node, Spoonie should have walked through the portal with the Guardian's offer. From Dogstani Warlord, thank you, Mr. Weatherman. Good to have you back. Thank you. From Mere Juice, Meave, no, Bitwave TV. Tonkade was a great show to help raise awareness, and it's so important. YouTube is flagging the songs now, though. Apparently, YouTube's out there taking down music, not letting you enjoy it. Sean Aguilar, you see the new Star Wars spoilers. I see what you're saying. I'm not going to say it, just on the off chance that somebody out there wants to go see the movie. I'm going to be a nice guy and not do it. But yes, I do see what you said. But like I had said earlier, I have no interest in the movies. I really don't. Nothing. I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me. It's like dead. Once Mickey Mouse got his fucking hands on it, it just died. From Herp Aluza, here's my filthy hard-earned shekels, my main math. Also, when is the second part of the transgender series? When? The Transtastic Tales videos and the furry videos are a-coming. That stuff will be on BitChute. And then I think YouTube's going to be manga reviews. And then live streams whenever they come out. Art Scrub, check out Digibro. Funny manga reviewer and fan of yours. Yeah, I saw he got a lot of shit. He had mentioned about me getting kicked off Patreon, and then he got hammered for like 4 weeks for saying that I got kicked off of Patreon. Apparently his fans are trying to convince him that I'm Hitler incarnate. I feel bad for him in that regard. Tyler Gillespie, are you sure DSP and the gang didn't just crash into each other in a 3-car pileup? The deepest lore. I think you might be right. From Leral, admit it, when Anakin went Darth, he nailed that role. The prequels were just awful. Blue Satoshi, Boogie claimed a trucker stroked out and caused the crash. A likely story. Yeah, I like how he was immediately able to tell everybody the trucker had a stroke. Like a police officer on the scene walks up to him and says, hey, I just want to let you know, this car accident, not your fault. I'm going to give you medical information that you shouldn't have access to just to put your mind at ease so you can tweet about it in a minute. From Salvador IV, please read to you The Immortal Jimbo. You know, I was going to do that at one time, but never got around to it. Though I did read a story on stream once for everybody about a pony fucking itself with a tree log. Not sure what the name of that fan fiction was, but it was a heartwarming tale about one of the My Little Ponies fucking a stump. From Camille Taggart, Tommy Uzumaki and maybe Ibitsu, Garbage Lolita. From Algamu 2, look up Hollyland. From Lyral, Game Obu Familia, Family Senkai. All right, I'm getting some recommendations. I will actually probably mark those down to go take a look at them. From Phonic Death King, have you read visual novels? Have I read visual novels? Oh, it's mostly been manga, and it's mostly been, for whatever reason, there are a lot of like Korean and Chinese webtoons. I don't know why that format's so popular with those, but that's what I've been sticking with. From Malleable Tick, I recommend I Sold Off My Lifespan for 10,000 yen a year. And for some slice of life, horror-wise, I recommend Hideout and Kodu no Gotoshi. I'm sure I'm going to butcher all of these because I'm a filthy gaijin and I don't know how to say any of this stuff. From Dr. Habib, I just watched Joker. Have you seen it? And what are your thoughts? Crazy how all these people virtue signal about mental illness when a movie about it comes out and they lose their shit. Well, was the ultimate fuck you to all the critics. I also like the fact that its international earnings, it made over $1 billion, but I'm pretty sure it didn't release in China. If that movie had gone released out in China like every other movie, it probably would have made even more money. I just like the fact that it was successful, and all the critics who had their hackles up about it, and all the bullshit warnings, looked foolish. From Shini Saba, give Beastars a shot. It's got good drama and fights. I read it on Manga Rock. Maybe that's where I can check it out. Also, what's your opinion on Digibro dying on a hill defending you? He's a big fan of yours and has your merch. Like I mentioned earlier, I saw he was getting hammered. Somebody, what was it? Let me see if I can find what this guy said. Some guy was arguing with him, and what did he call it? He talked about how myself, Dick Masterson, and I think he even threw in Monkey Jones. And he said that we held popcorn privilege parties. I don't know what a popcorn privilege party is, but this dude was fucking, it was the stupidest thing I've ever read. Popcorn privilege parties. Hitler's having a popcorn privilege party. What are you doing? From Lunacy, read the Dragon Quest manga, Jim. Some of my favorite work from Toriyama, in my opinion. Wish they had finished the anime. Wish I could find it if it's out there. I'll give it a shot. Mark Salmonfink. I had the same experience with Solo Leveling. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I've had a few like that where you get into it, you read a couple of chapters, you're thinking maybe it's not going to be good, and then for whatever reason it just grows on you and you really get into it. video game-wise, I had that happen with Ico. When that first released, I played 5 minutes, hated it. And then years later, read a review about it, and they were like, it's the best game ever. And I thought, maybe I didn't give it a fair shot. Went back, played it for an hour, and then I got absolutely fucking hooked on it. And just fell in love with it. So yeah, there's some stuff out there, you get a little bit into it, and you're thinking it's crap, or it's just not for you. And the next thing you know, you're at chapter fucking 96, wondering when the next one's coming out. From Neptunian Orbitron, check out Green Worlds or Dolly Kill Kill. I'll give it a shot. From The Cockmaster, great username, read The World of Moral Reversal by Amahara. I'm liking the recommendations. Thank you for everybody giving me different ones I can check out. Jake, hey Jim, do you follow football, the Vikings? No, I'm not much of a football guy. I'm sorry, I'm not. If you want to talk hand egg, I'm not the dude for you. Yes, man, 2044. This is money I shouldn't be spending. That's generally how all money is. Groovy dude, you should check out Bio Booster Armor Guyver. It's basically Ultra Violence Power Rangers. I think I saw like an 80s movie based on Guyver, which was really fucked up. It had great practical effects though. From Jim Booney, read Yokohama Shopping Log. Joey Jojo, Alex Ashford's story is Code Veronica, or Alex Ashford's story in Code Veronica would be gutted because Alex is an insane tranny who wants to bang his sister. Code Veronica is a good game though. From Ricada Law, glad you got your stupid money back. Enjoy the shit weather. Well, that's every day in Minnesota. Once it hits this season, it's always shit weather. Mario Kart 13, it depends on the stallion. Smuckles sank. All right, I'm just trying to get caught up on these. And then we'll finish up the stream. I know it's early morning, for Americans at least. So you've got work and school and everything ahead of you, and I'm sure the weather's going to be shit, and that's going to be a pain in the ass to drive through. We're actually almost at the end here, so just give me 1 second to get caught up. I'll try to make sure I get everybody. Foxcat Gaming, hey Jim, have you gotten a gun yet? No, I haven't, but I've been thinking of actually purchasing one. What do you know I have? I think I'm going to go for, I'm not sure exactly what I want to go for first. But I have been looking into it. What do you know? I'm not a big gun nut, but I thought maybe it might be nice to have one. Rifle for hunting, as well as purchasing some fishing rods and some other things. Just so I've got, just so I'm prepared when everything goes crazy and get my own food and not starve to death in the Arctic hellscape that is Minnesota. Jim Booney, is this what happens when you read too much of Bestiality Tag on Sad Panda? Maybe that's like Jank's thing. Maybe he's the dude making that tag. Maybe he's the guy that's been tagging all of that shit. From Name, Jank giving his dogs a real Turkish delight. Edward Ramirez, Mr. Minecraft. It depends on the farm animal. Stratos Radio Blues, since you were taking underrated manga recommendations, read Junk by Kia Azamiya or Zetman by, I cannot pronounce these names, but Zetman is the one you were recommending. Amazing art from both, plus they are short. I don't mind if they're short. I've read some that are really, really, really short that doesn't, I guess, bother me, but I like long reads. Especially something I can zone out to. Like one of the webtoons I read was Hive, I think, which is by some Korean guy. That would be much better as an anime. But all it was giant bug fights. It's basically EDF with office workers. It's great shit. From Gigi Awoo, seems like Jank has been a little too much on the wrong side of DeviantArt. Fatal Oath, don't let Jank watch your animals. Stabby McStabwood, you shouldn't dogpile on Jank, it arouses him. Mario Kart 13, Jank tonguing my Cocker Spaniel Uger. Storm 454, we need Crowder to crash a debate Sank has as Jank. He's got to be good for something. I don't know. Do you think he dresses up as farm animals in like Halloween? Like, you think everybody at the office knows it's Jank in disguise because he always shows up as a fucking horse? He probably owns like the Blu-ray collector set of Mr. Ed. Like, he's really into that horse life. From Name, I love how Anna is exacerbated. It's like he just talks about being pro-animal fucking all day. He probably calls her up just to say how great it is. Could you imagine she gets woken up at like 3 in the morning and he's just like, hey, I just wanted to tell you, horse fucking's the greatest. Have a good night, Anna. It's just every night for weeks on end. Skyclad Observer, read Bokurano and Sayoku Densetsu Kurosawa. Besars is on Mangadex with lots of other fans translations. The Eldritch manga is based on an age manga, by the way. Yeah, I could imagine it. But I read the cute family-friendly version, and I just thought it was a neat premise. and so I started reading it. From Meximan and Cheese, check out SaintUgerForCongress.com. Much more info. Apparently, SaintUgerForCongress.com has more info about horse fucking on it. From Name, fuck a horse, of course. From Sinak 8, I got a few for you. Week 5,000-year-old vegan dragon Zanin Janaku Black General Devil King is bored. Epic of Gilgamesh. Well, at least I got a shit ton of recommendation. From James O'Shaughnessy, a horse is a horse, of course. Angie Honkler, Jimbo, copy paste in YouTube search. Saint Uger loves saying the N-word. Sorry, can't share the link. Bing, bing, woohoo. From I'm Oblivious, that horse impression was Saint's face. Yeah, he was very into it, wasn't he? Edward Ramirez, DSB has been fucking a horse for years. Jenk Voter. Neela Moon, I just turned 24 on the 15th. Here's some shekels. Well, happy birthday. Or I'm sorry, happy belated birthday. From Devil Fruit, Wisanoa, the whiteboard. Did Catherine the Great have a rig that made horses able to pummel her? Well, she did love the saddle, didn't she? From Alberto, the chosen Barbarossa. Search Jordan Roach has Asperger's and ADHD on YouTube. It's an MTV show where a black dude tries to hook up some autistic high school kid with girls that are... I think we watched this on DLive or on StreamMe. I'm almost certain we've watched this. From Max15, just cuz Jimmy. AJ Fouts, forgetting my last name right. I just probably butchered it that time, huh? Godly Recon, my guinea pig died today. Can I get an F in chat to pay respects to dear old Spaghetti? And best wishes for his brother Kafifi. Well, chat, can we get an F for the dead? For the dead but loved guinea pig Spaghetti. I don't know if we can get an F for it. I'll give it a second. I know it takes a little while for chat to catch up. And loving memory of Spaghetti. May they rest in pepperoni. I know everybody's still talking about jank fucking horses, but I think they can take a minute to pay some respects to little Spaghetti. There we go. There are your Fs. There are your Fs for long-lost Spaghetti. May they rest in peace. From Kaylee Mason, Canada is literally sending firefighters to help us in Australia. We're going to burn, aren't we? Yes, you are. Actually, yes, you are. Neptunian Orbitron. Hey, Jim, tell my friend Charles if he quits sucking dick, he'll stop being sick. Keep up the good work. And Count Mousferatu, Inugami, boy finds dog god, fights body horror stuff. You know, there was, what is it? It's like a creepypasta story, Dogscape. It's this really fucked up story about like some disease that everything turns into a dog. And it's like it's a guy trying to survive in this horrific fucking hellscape of a dog world. I wish they'd made that into like a horror manga. Shini Saba, I think that Digi's friend Ben Saint, who said you throw popcorn privilege parties, no real drama, they do a show together, worth a bunch of artists. Yeah, the popcorn privilege party shit was, I love that quote. I put that in the bio. From Flamenco, read I Am a Hero, Schizophrenic in a Zombie Outbreak. Now that sounds fucking amazing. Actually, I will check that one out. Cyprus VA Dems are proposing a law that'll permanently terminate any officer for not enforcing the new laws. Yeah, I did see that, along with discussion about National Guard coming in to 75 counties out of the 95 in Virginia that are refusing to adhere to the red flag laws and other gun laws that they're hoping to pass. Obi Jin Kenobi, check out Tower of God webtoon. Is that the one where it's like a boy wakes up in like the sub-basement of some weird fucking tower and meets a chick, and then like a rabbit has him fight a whale? And yeah, I think I read this. I got like 50 chapters into it, and then I don't want to spoil it, but she does something, and I was like, fuck it, I'm out. If I'm thinking the right thing, I don't know. Say no to Gino. Oritama, Queen of Terror, gets sealed in a guy's nuts by a crazy accident, and if he comes, the world ends. Well, that's a premise. it's a unique enough premise. I'll check it out. Fried bacon. At least you get snow up there. Only get ice here, which would suck. Lily Doolittle. My cat is fat and doesn't appreciate me, so he doesn't eat Xmas dinner. Sweetie Squad. And from James O'Shaughnessy, read Chi no Wadachi. Never heard of it before, but I will take all these recommendations and then read them because I am a fucking disgusting weeaboo, and I've really gotten into this. I don't know why it is. I was really into anime, but waiting for new episodes to come out, I just couldn't do it anymore. And why not just go read the whole fucking thing? And once you get into it, you just can't stop. It's like a fucking addiction. Burn through like 90 chapters, and the next thing I know, I've wasted hours. From Joe Rogaine, Virginia is proof the South will rise again. And we are caught up. Thank you for the super chats. For anybody that's subscribed as a member, thank you for tuning in to the early morning weathercast, secret weathercast 2, Electric Boogaloo. I don't know how many of these I'll do, but like I said, I don't know what it is, but when winter comes around, like really early morning, I'm just full of energy. It's just the opposite of that sad shit. It happened on Stream Me, it kind of happened on DLive, and now it's happening now. If it continues, I'll put together proper streams. Get a topic together, we can laugh at some goofy shit, talk about current happenings. For anybody that's interested, again, that impeachment shit's going down today. I don't know, I think the total length is 6 hours of debate followed by an hour for votes. So you'll know by the evening, but it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Everybody probably knows how it's going to turn out as far as the House goes. I would have talked more politics, but it's just been so boring. I just can't force myself to do it. I'd rather talk about DSP and Noah Antweiler and just the weather in general. I hope you all have a good day today. Drive safe out there. The weather sucks. Hopefully you're not stuck behind the example driver I told you about, the guy going 20 miles an hour with bad treads on his tires and slipping and sliding everywhere in rush hour, because that is the most infuriating shit you'll ever see. I know Boogie does that travel vlog stuff. I could not do that. If you heard the filth that comes out of my mouth when I drive, I would be banned off this fucking platform instantly. I swear like a fucking sailor. I scream when I drive. I just can't stand it. I'm just the angriest motherfucker you'll ever meet on the road. Well, chat, have a good day. We'll play it out with the Weatherman song. Why not? The best song that's ever been created. Or at least fits the theme of the fucking stream. Can't complain too much about that. Where are we there? Just keep an eye out early in the mornings. Maybe there's a stream, maybe there's not. You never know. Either way, have a great day.
Shatter my soul when I break the ice. Though the water's deep, I'm gonna toe the line. Living on the edge. Yeah, I make these dark skies blue. I make these mountains